What are you making out of pears now? Hmm?
Y'all, yesterday I made pear pickle. Today we are making pear preserve. So I'm gonna measure it for y'all because I need to know how much sugar to put per pint of or per cup or whatever of pears. So this is 4 cups of pears. Now the way I do my preserves and the way Mom always did it, pear and fig. Now this is 8 cups of pears right there. Her fig preserves and her pear preserves, and the way I've always done it. And this is gonna be sugar. I mean, you can't hardly do preserves without sugar. Now this is 8 cups in here now. So I am going to put, this is a half measuring cup of sugar. So that's 1 cup. That's 2 cups of sugar. Okay? Now, I'm going to measure out. Ooh, there's a mosquito in here. I don't know if y'all have mosquitoes at your house like I do, like we do here. Let me tell you, they are awful. Okay? That's 4 cups. So that was 8 cups, 4 cups, that's 12 cups. This is 16 cups of pears. Not quite 6, well, it is 16 cups. That one wasn't quite full, but it's okay. All right. Now, I'm going to put 2 more cups of sugar. That's 1 cup. 2 cups. That's 4 cups of sugar over my pears. Now I'm not going to stir them up. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to let them sit just like this until in the morning. It's 2:30 now. I'm going to put another half a cup. It takes a lot of sugar for preserves. And I'm going to put another. This is that was 6 cups. Okay, 6 cups of sugar in 16 cups, and that is 6 cups of sugar. So what this sugar is going to do, it is going to, and one thing, it's going to pull some of the juice out. And when it pulls the juice out of these pears, it's going to toughen them, and it's going to make them kind of tough. I don't know if you've ever had a pear pickle, a pear preserve or not, but it's kind of, it's a tough consistency. And that's what the sugar does. The sugar pulls the water out, and it makes that piece of pear into a preserve. Of course, we're going to cook it in the morning, but I'm just going to let it sit just like this. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to put the lid on it, put it over here on my counter. And then tomorrow in the morning, I will put it in a pan, and we will cook them down. Now, it may take an hour to cook them, and they will not turn mushy because the sugar has already done its job. So I'll see y'all in the morning when we get ready to make our preserves.
Grandma Rose, are you having fun?
I'm about to, because I am making pear preserves. And if y'all know, yesterday we started our pear preserves, and y'all saw me put my sugar over my preserves, and they sat overnight. And this syrup right here is what is going to make the preserves. So they have they've sat overnight, and this is how much water that has come out of the pears. But that's what you want, because this is going to make your preserves. All right, now we're going to have to cook these about probably 45 minutes or an hour until our syrup liquid in here, which I call my syrup, until it gets syrupy.
Till it cooks down.
Until it cooks down and my pears get real, what I call tough. Roy called it leathery the other day, but they're kind of tough. So it takes about probably about 45 minutes or an hour, but that is the way it is with any preserves. So I've got my jars and my water here, and I'm not going to sterilize them yet. I'm going to wait till about probably 15 minutes before my pears get ready. But what I'll do is I'll bring you back periodically and just show you how it's cooking and let you know about what the consistency of your pears and your syrup should look like. So I like to cook mine down pretty good. I still like there to be some syrup in the jar, so if you want to put it over a biscuit or something, you got that good pear and that good preserves and that good syrup.
You're killing me.
But now good hot butter biscuit, But you can cook yours down more to like it's kind of candy if you want to. This is a recipe you can do it pretty much, you know, the way your family likes it. But okay, I've got it on medium high. I'm gonna leave it there until it gets to cooking really well. Then I'm gonna turn it down to like 3, and I'm just gonna let it sit there, and I'm just gonna let it slowly cook and preserve these pears in this sugar. Now this is no water. This is just all sugar and the juice out of the pears. So we'll bring y'all back periodically and just let you see how it's doing. Okay, they've been cooking about 30 minutes, and this is what they look like. They're beginning to get, my syrup's beginning to get thicker. All right, I'm just gonna let them, I've got them on 4, between 3 and 4, and I'm just gonna let them keep cooking down until they get the consistency that I want, until they're my preserves. All right, they're getting ready. As you can see how they translucent they are. That sugar has kept their shape. They're beginning to become preserves now. So they got to cook a few more minutes, just a little bit longer.
How's it coming, Grandmama?
Okay, y'all. Look here, Roy. Get over in here. Now, this is the way you want them to look right here. You see that texture? All right. Now, this is how much syrup I want to leave in mine. But if you want yours with less syrup than this, then you cook them down more. The longer you cook them, the darker they're going to get. And if you cook them, I turned mine up to like 6. I cooked them for like an hour on 3, between 3 and 4, because I wanted them to get this texture. And then I turned them up a little bit, and I let them cook for about, they've been cooking about an hour and 30, hour and 45 minutes. And this is the way I want mine. But if you cook them longer, they'll almost get a little reddish tint to them. And your syrup will be thicker and more syrupy. But this is the way I want mine, because I want enough syrup in mine to put it over a hot buttered biscuit or something like that.
You're killing me.
And so I'm going to turn my burner off. Now, and it's according to the ripeness of your pears too, as to how long you have to cook them. My pears were medium ripe. This is hot. So I've had my jars in this really hot water, because you do not want to put hot in a cold jar. It has to be, you can see these jars are steaming. So you want to keep your jars in that hot water until you are ready to put your preserves in. All right, let me turn this back on. I want to turn it on high, because I'm going to process these for like 10 minutes in some hot water. All right, do you see that consistency? Look at that. And smell, let me tell y'all something. This is the best smell. I mean, you can tell when they start getting ready, because there's a strong, just pear preserved smell. If you've never made pear preserves, you don't know what I'm talking about, but it is, oh, it is absolutely wonderful. Okay.
Now, it doesn't take a lot of raw pears to make
No, no,
5 pints of
it doesn't.
preserves.
I don't know exactly how many. I've got 5 jars prepared. I mean, sterilized here. So we'll see. All right. And I may have a little bit of syrup left over. And you know what I do? If I have a little syrup left over, I make pancakes and use this as my syrup.
Ooh.
So, I'm telling you, you cannot handle these. These are hot, hot, hot. But I'll put the lids on them in just a minute. And I've got my lids in some hot water back here. Because you want to, they say now you don't have to sterilize your lids. But I always like to because it gets that, I'll show you. It gets that band. There's a rubber around your lid here. And it gets it hot. And so I just like to sterilize mine because I feel like it will seal better. Even though with preserves, this is going to seal anyway because this is so hot. It's going to heat up that band. All right, I might have put a little bit too much in that one. We'll see. Because you want to leave about, no, that's okay. You want to leave about a 1/2 inch of head space. And when I say head space, from here to here, if you've ever watched any of my canning videos, from here to here is 1 inch. From here to here is about a 1/2 inch. And they make tools for that, but I don't use it because I've been doing this since I was a teenager, since I was little. I used to do it with my mama. So you just, when you do it for a long time, you learn how it's supposed to be. Okay. All right.
Now, Rose gives some of these away, but
I do.
we actually break down and eat probably a couple of jars a year. Just sometimes we just decide.
For Thanksgiving or Christmas, you
Yeah.
know, when some of the grandkids are here and I'm making a traditional breakfast of grits, cheese grits, eggs, pancakes, you know.
She'll let them fix a biscuit.
Yeah.
Usually one biscuit is all you'll want.
I don't know.
Well,
I've got some grandboys that...
I mean, after you've eaten your traditional breakfast.
Yeah. One biscuit is just getting them started, so...
Oh, they could eat a whole pan of biscuits if you give it to them.
I've got one grandson, Hunter. He loves my fig preserves and my pear preserves. And,
Man after his granddaddy's heart, that's what that is.
Yeah, so, and he's getting some of these, I can tell you, because he does love them. Well, I'm not gonna have much syrup. Maybe a couple of tablespoons. This was perfect.
Well, Corey and Kurt would eat these. Well,
Okay.
all of the grandboys would
Yeah.
eat them
Corey-
like pigs.
Yeah.
They all,
Yeah.
just like their granddaddy.
Oh, yeah. All right, let me get a paper towel here and now you want to clean this because you don't want any syrup around your lids. So you want to clean this really good. A lot of people use vinegar water. I just use a paper towel and water because you just want to get that syrup from around the top of the lid. You know what? I can put a little bit. Oh, this is hot. Ooh, that is hot, hot. I can put a little bit more syrup in this one. I'm not going to have any syrup left, y'all. This was perfect. And it made 4 pints because you have to cook them down so much. So this was 16. I'll put a little bit more syrup in that one. This was 16 cups, and it made 4 pints. So, all right, a little bit of syrup in that one. All right. Y'all look at that. Okay. Now, get my lids out. Now that I've already cleaned my... Okay. I'll put my ring on it. Now, y'all, it's hot, so don't even try to pick it up by hand. All right. I'm going to put it back down in my water. I'm going to let my water come to a boil, and I'm going to boil it for 10 minutes. Finger tight, y'all. Finger tight. Don't crank it down like real tight.
The hot air has to be able to escape while you're boiling
If you do, it's going to make your lid buckle up.
Form a tent.
And it's not going to seal like it should. Okay? All right. Well, I am so excited about these. Woo. So excited.
We're going to have to cut back Hunter back to just one.
Look at that.
Since you didn't have but
Isn't
4.
that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
Wow. All right, I'm going to have to add a little bit more water to this because you want to cover them. And so on this, if it was something that you have to cook for hours, you cover it at least 1 inch. But on this, it's going to go process for 10 minutes. So as long as your lid is covered, then that's fine. So I'm going to put more water in here, let it come up to a boil, process it 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right, y'all.
Come on, but those are beautiful.
Look at that. Let me tell you. These are so, so good. They are hot, hot. All I'm going to do now is wait for the lids to pop and know that they are completely sealed. And sometimes that is instantly, sometimes it takes a few minutes. So make you some pear preserves. They are well worth it, and you will love them. So
You will really surprise a guest.
yeah.
Because you know most of your guests will never make pear preserves or fig preserves.
That's right.
But they love them if you put them on the table.
I grew up on these, and let me tell you, they are good, good. All right, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in your pear preserves. Love y'all.